series of videos that are meant to help you crochet the Dinosaur Baby Blanket, which is a blanket that folds into a toy. You will need a PDF crochet pattern to complete the blanket, but each video in this series will teach you a new stitch or a new technique that will improve your crochet skills. Make sure you subscribe and save the Dinosaur Baby Blanket playlist. If you are planning to make this blanket, I'll put the link in the description. You can find the inexpensive PDF crochet patterns in my Etsy and Ravelry shops. I'll put both links in the description. We are going to start with a dark green color, and we are making the sole of the foot, this part. Start with a magic ring and then make 6 double crochet inside it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Pull the tail so you can close the magic ring. On a second round, we will be increasing in every stitch. So make 2 single crochet in each of the 6 stitches. Okay, so that is 1 and 2 single crochet in the first stitch. Another 2 single crochet in the following. Two in a third, 2 in a fourth, 2 in a fifth, and 2 single crochet in a 6th stitch. And the stitch count now it's 12, and we're moving on to the third one, and we will be increasing in every other stitch. So make a single crochet, an increase, a single crochet, an increase, a single crochet, an increase, single crochet, another increase, a single crochet next, an increase in the following, and last one single crochet, and then an increase in the very last stitch. And now your stitch count is 18. Starting round 4, we will be increasing after each 2 stitches. So make 2 single crochet, then an increase, 2 single crochet, another increase, 2 single crochet, 1 increase, 2 single crochet, another increase, 2 single crochet, increase, 2 single crochet, and in the last stitch make an increase. And this is your 4th round, and the stitch count for it is 24 stitches. Now on to round 5, make 3 single crochet, and increase in the next. And we will be increasing after each 3 stitches. So make 3 single crochet, 3, and a increase in the next, then 3 single crochet, and then an increase, one increase. Okay, again 3 single crochet, followed by 1 increase, 3 single crochet, and 1 increase, and lastly 3 single crochet, and an increase in the very last stitch. And this is your 5th row, and the stitch count is 30. Now we'll switch to the light green color. So cut your yarn, and we'll be switching to light green. And this round is a round of single crochet stitches worked in the back loop of the stitches. So like I said before, this is your stitch. It's made out of 2 loops, the front loop and the back loop. We will be working in the back loop, so this loop right here, and we'll be making single crochet stitches all around as usual, except we're just inserting the hook in that back loop only. And I'll also like to crochet over my ends just to make them more secure, so make sure you leave relatively long tails, and then insert your hook in a back loop and make your single crochet. And again, so insert it in this loop here, and just continue to single crochet in a back loop until the end of the round. There we go. And your stitch count will remain the same, 30 stitches. And just make sure you are crocheting only in the back loop. Just a few stitches left. Okay, last 2. And now we are going to move on to the 7th row, and we start with 14 single crochet stitches, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. and then we make a invisible decrease. Let me show you up close how to do that. If you don't know, you insert the hook in a front loop only, so not through the entire stitch, just in a front loop, then move it back down and insert it in a front loop of the following stitch. So now you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through those 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops left, and this is how you make an invisible decrease. And then make 14 more stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 4 more, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And now your stitch count is 29, and we continue with round 8. We are just going to single crochet in this round, so make 1 single crochet in each stitch. I'll pause the video and get back when I am done with it. Now we are going to continue with round 9, and we are going to make an invisible decrease in a front loop only. Let me show you again how you do it if you haven't seen it before. Insert your hook in a front loop, then around and insert it in a front loop of the next stitch, and then yarn over, pull through those 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops left, and this is how you make a invisible decrease. And then we're going to single crochet in each of the remaining stitches. And we completed round 9, and the stitch count is 28. Moving on to round 10, it's just a single crochet row, so single crochet in each of these stitches. I completed my single crochet round number 10. Now moving on to round 11, we are going to start by making 13 single crochet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And then we are going to make an invisible decrease, so in a front loops only, and then next another 13 stitches, single crochet stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. The count for this round is going to be 27, and on round 12 we are just going to single crochet in each of the stitches. Your stitch count is still 27 stitches. On to round 13, we are going to decrease right at the beginning, make an invisible decrease, and then single crochet in each of the remaining stitches. Your stitch count for round 13 is going to be 26 stitches, and next round is just a simple single crochet round, so single crochet in each of the stitches. And your stitch count, it's still 26 stitches. Round 15 starts with 12 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, then an invisible decrease, and then 12 more single crochet stitches. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Your stitch count for this will be 25, and the next round, round 16, is going to be a single crochet round, so single crochet in each stitch. Round 17 starts with a decrease, and then single crochet in each of the remaining stitches. And your stitch count for this round is going to be 24 stitches. The following round, it's a simple single crochet round, so single crochet in each of the stitches. Round 19 starts with 11 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, and then make an invisible decrease in a front loops, and again 11 single crochet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And your stitch count for this round is 23, and in round 20 simply single crochet in each of the stitches. And row 21 starts with 4 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then an invisible decrease, another 4 single crochet, 2, 3, 4, followed by an invisible decrease, 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochet stitches and an invisible decrease, and then at the end 5 single crochet, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and this will lower the stitch count to 20. Round number 22 starts with a decrease and then 8 single crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, then another decrease followed by another 8 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the total stitch count now is 18, and before we continue we have to fill the leg with toy stuffing. So let's do that. Just take a little bit at a time and push it at the bottom. Don't stuff it too much. You want the bottom of the foot to be flat, and that's why we crocheted in the back loop, so it creates this angle, so we don't want it overfilled and rounded. It just needs to be firm enough to hold this shape, and just do a little bit at a time. Just shape them like so. It looks like it needs a little bit more. And this is how it looks like so far. Make sure, like I said, it's not overfilled to keep the sole flat. And now we continue with our next round. Round 23 starts with 4 single crochet stitches, so make 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then a decrease. Then again 4 single crochet, 2, 3 and 4, followed by another decrease. Next make 4 single crochet stitches, 2, 3 and 4, and a decrease right at the end. And as you build up the rows, make sure you keep filling the leg bit by bit. We are now on a stitch count. Our stitch count is now 15, and this is the last round. And make sure you fill it completely, because we are going to close this gap. And the way we're going to do it is by slip stitching through both sides. So pinch it together like so, and slip stitch through both stitches. So insert your hook through both stitches and make a slip stitch. Go to the next, insert your hook in a front stitch and a back stitch like so, and slip stitch again, and then just continue to slip stitch through both sides until you reach the end of the row. And because we had 15 stitches, we are going to make 7 slip stitches. Okay, and right at the end just make another one, cut the yarn, leave a long tail because we're gonna use it to sew the legs to the blanket, and cut, then pull. And this is how the legs look like. Make sure you don't overfill it, so you won't see the stuffing, and the bottom is flat. And now we're going to create the toes on the foot. We are going to use the darker shade of green to embroider the toenails on the foot, but first we need to decide where to place them. And because the leg is going to be attached like this to the blanket, they will be facing either this way or that way, so it has to be adjacent to the ridge. So let's just hold it like that and decide where is the middle at the bottom in relation to the ridge. So hold your hook straight like that against the leg and see which stitch is touching at the bottom. So right now this is the stitch, so it's in between these 2 stitches. So let's count from this point 6 stitches to the left, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and this is where we're going to start, right here in this spot. So we need to bring our yarn there, and I'm just going to insert my hook in the middle of the foot and up, and later on I'll weave in these ends. So for now we're gonna leave it like that, and we are going to embroider each nail in a triangle shape. So we have 3 stitches at the bottom, then 2 stitches in between them, and then there's 1 stitch in between those 2, and that's where we are going to embroider. So insert your needle in there and back out in the middle stitch, right underneath, and then in the same stitch and back up in the same bottom stitch. Insert the needle back in the same spot, but this time pull it out underneath the 3rd stitch, and just make sure your yarn, you pull your yarn to the left as well. It has a tendency to go that way, but you want it to go this way as well and cover as much of the area as possible. So now for our last stitch, goes in the same space and out in the following stitch. Now we're going to start with a second nail, and you have, like before, 3 stitches at the base, 2 stitches in between them, and then 1 stitch in between the 2. So it's kind of like a pyramid shape. So we start underneath the first stitch at the bottom and insert the hook in that top stitch, and then back out at the bottom of the following stitch. Then insert your needle back in the same spot and out in the same spot in that second stitch. And again in the same stitch, but this time we pull it out in the 3rd stitch in the following stitch. So make sure you hold your yarn to the left. And now for the last one, pull in the same space at the top in the same stitch, but out in the following. And this is how you made the nails. And let me show you how it looks like after you finish them all and weaving all the ends. You have the tail left, so you can sew it back to the blanket. And make 4 of them. And this is how you do the Triceratops legs. Happy crocheting!